So I saw the movie Youth and Revolt like yesterday or the day before. I don't know. I don't have short or long-term memory. Classy and classic. I don't know. It was an okay movie. I wasn't that excited. I mean, it was just painfully indie is what it came down to. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. It wasn't like it was badly made. It just wasn't an interesting movie. And it was trying so hard to be interesting. And you were just like, "Aww." It's like a 2-year-old trying to do math and failing. You're like, "You're adorable, but you're also stupid." Yeah, babies are stupid. Anyway, it's the movie. You know it's going to be a painfully indie movie just because Michael Cera is in it. If Michael Cera is in a movie, it's going to be a painfully indie movie. That doesn't mean it's bad, because, I love Arrested Development, and I also love Juno. Not as much as Arrested Development. But the point is, painfully indie. I don't have anything against Michael Cera making a living, but he's always Michael Cera. He's never whatever his character's name is. See, I don't know what his character's name is, because he's Michael Cera. It's like, if you can't see past that, then it's not going to work. Once again, Michael Cera, trying so hard to show that he can act. So hard. Not be Michael Cera. So he has his, alter ego who has a mustache. And he's evil because he has a mustache. Don't trust mustachioed men. They will rape you. Even if you are a mustachioed man, you should not trust other mustachioed men. Can't see their face, you can't trust them. True story. So then they had some girl love interest who was just all those bitches in high school I hate. She was obsessed with French and doing all sorts of romantic things. I hate girls like that. They piss me off. It isn't adorable, it isn't indie, it's just annoying. And then there's absolutely no reason for them to be in love with each other. They don't do anything interesting, they don't say anything interesting, they aren't interesting people, even though they're trying so painfully to be interesting. And it's just kind of annoying. It's it's completely contrived. It's this happens in movies all the time, the most notable offender being Star Wars, where they say, these are two characters. This is a boy, this is a girl. Why don't we have them be in love? And it's no, that's not how things work. There needs to be some sort of inciting incident or reason for them to like each other, rather than, we're both here, and we're in a movie. Let's make out. It's stupid. I hate that. And that was what it was. All the relationships are just completely contrived. They're these people need to be friends. They will be friends. There's no reason for any of it. Michael Cera tries to make some random Indian-ish friend, and it's they know each other for one day, and then they go on some madcap adventure, and it's this, once again, is completely contrived. There's a boy here, and he's a loser. There's another boy here, and he's a loser. Oh, we'll be friends. That's not how life works. I don't know what kind of life this guy had, but you're not just friends with people, or you don't just make out with people because they're there. Or if they do, it's an incredibly shallow relationship and has no meaning, value, or purpose. So they do all these things to try and be so indie. They play old music on records. Oh, so indie. They speak in French, and they have weird interactions between people they're normal. Oh my gosh, it's so indie. That worked in the Royal Tenenbaums. It's not going to work in every single movie after that one. I like the Royal Tenenbaums, but that's because it was a Wes Anderson movie, He gets away with shit like that. That's why Fantastic Mr. Fox is so awesome, because it's Wes Anderson. If you aren't Wes Anderson, don't pretend to be. It's not going to work out for you. It just isn't. Part of their painfully indiness was they do random animation bits. What's up with movies and doing random animation these days? By these days, I mean 2 movies I've seen have done that. It's a trend now, I tell you. I don't know, it's just kind of this is complete, at least in Harry Potter, where I mentioned random animations, it made sense. It's just this is completely unnecessary. You could have filmed them driving someplace, and it would be exactly the same. It's I don't know, I don't understand a lot of films where they clearly don't have enough time to make it a real movie, so then they add all sorts of boring scenery scenes, and it's annoying. I don't give a shit. In writing and stuff like that, particularly in comic books, you don't want to watch someone having a nice meandering car ride. That's just boring. I don't care how good the music is. It's still boring. You need to cut to when some shit is happening. Except this movie doesn't really have a lot happening at all. it's not their fault, but not a lot happens, because that's just the way the plot is. Like, okay, things do happen, but it's kind of like predictable things. It's like, oh, of course this is gonna happen. You saw it coming when he was like, I'm gonna set something on fire, and then he set something on fire. It's like, okay, whatever. I'm not that amused. I've seen bigger and better fires before. Steve Buscemi was in this movie, and I love Steve Buscemi, so that was nice. I mean, he didn't really do that much, and by do that much, I mean he didn't, like, swear like a pirate and shoot people, but I still love him, so that was probably the best part of the movie, just because he was there. Also, there's that guy that everyone's talking about. What's his name? It's like Galifianakis, or Galifianus? He was in The Hangover, and, like, a couple of other random movies, and he's okay. He's not my cup of tea. He was just in it briefly. It was just kind of like, oh, you're supposed to be annoying and painfully indie. Everyone's painfully indie. It's so annoying. It's like, no. Either you are indie and it's natural, or you aren't. It's just annoying otherwise. Like Juno is like a indie film, apparently. And, you know, they actually do that well. They have, like, their characters with their random little quirks, and it's like, it's okay, because it actually works because they aren't just randomly becoming friends. Like, the reason they like each other makes sense. Like, everyone's interactions with everyone else actually works and it makes sense, but nobody's interactions in this movie is remotely human. It's just frustrating. It's like, do you know what people are like? Because they're not like this. It's like, indie movies have, like, this idea in their mind that to be an indie movie, you just have to have weird people doing weird things. It's like, no, that's not how real life works. Like, good indie movies still have, like, weird people doing weird things, but they're reasonable in a way. It's like, it makes sense for people to be doing this, because it's like, you can see that human aspect of it. You know people like that, and you can understand it. But then there are these other movies which you're like, you've never spoken to a person before, have you? Because this is not how real people talk. Not even real indie kids talk like this. It's just, I don't know. I find it annoying, and I don't enjoy it. Overall, Youth in Revolt was okay. I mean, it had some amusing parts, but it wasn't, like, real amusement. It was, like, it was few and far between, and you're just kind of laughing because you want something to laugh about. And it's just kind of annoying, even when you're laughing. You're like, oh, this is kind of forced. See you, Space Cowboy.